there was obviously a moment where you played in a cup final yourself. And I remember that actually. I think it was one of my first real footballing memories. Actually, was watching the Carling Cup final between Bolton and Middlesbrough. Don't ask me why that sticks out, but it does. And I just got to wonder, really. I know obviously you went on to lose the game 2-1. But I just wonder what's it like playing in a cup final? How do you get yourself prepared for that, and sort of what is the impact of maybe losing that game? How do you psych yourself up for it?
I think we had like a week's worth of psyching ourselves up. I think the cup final was on a Sunday, and we hadn't played since the previous Saturday. So we had a full week. We had like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think we travelled down to London on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And then I think we trained Friday, trained Saturday in and around about London, and then played the final on the Sunday. And we had a lot of time to prepare. Maybe in hindsight, we had too much time to prepare, too much time to think about things. On the day, it was a first cup final for a lot of the players that played that day in our team. Anyway, I think there was me, Kevin Nolan, Kevin Davis, Yossi. I don't think that played in. You think Yossi's played in playoff finals, but maybe not in an actual cup final, or So there was quite a few players in the starting 11 that had not been on that stage before. But I don't necessarily. I don't think if you look at the run of the game, it didn't really affect us. I think they scored a penalty, which was 2 touches on the penalty anyway. Yeah. But Mike Riley again saved the day and gave the penalty anyway, and as he usually did when we had him as a referee. But yeah, it was just one of them days. We played it underneath the roof as well, which it didn't help bowl teams, I don't think, because there was no air. People were setting fireworks off and stuff and flares, and all the smoke was staying in the stadium. I don't understand why they didn't open the roof and just let the fresh air in. It wasn't raining or anything, but it was just a gimmick for them. It was the first retractable roof stadium, etc. And they wanted it to be, all eyes on them, not really for the players that were playing.
Yeah. That's interesting you mentioned that, because I've always wondered what it's like to play under a closed roof. I think I watched a Wales game a long time ago in the Principality under a closed roof, and the atmosphere was good. For little things like that, obviously they can impact the game. But as a footballer, do you have a preference when it comes to that? Do you think? Would you rather an open stadium?
I'd rather play an open. I'd rather play an open air. It's much more of a natural feel. I think when you're indoor, it's different. Like it is from a personal point of view, it's very different. Playing under a roof, it's not. It wasn't the same. Although the atmosphere was great, the whole day was great. Obviously, apart from the result, which we're all gutted about. But the comparison to open air football, the retractable roof, it's a big difference.